everyone, and welcome to the GNAC Center. And on Andy Yasinoff Court, we bring you Emmanuel College basketball versus Regis College. It is the play-in versus the 7 seed, hosting the 10-seeded Regis Pride. It's time for playoff basketball in the GNAC, and today we see the 13-12 Emmanuel Saints taking on the 6-18 Regis Pride, and the other game today in the play-in is between Elms and LaSalle. That started at 5 p.m. in Chicopee. We will get you an update as soon as we can. But for now, before we get off on tip-off, let's talk about the keys of the game. So, talked with Coach Yasinoff before the game started. He said 3 things that stood out to me. 1, Emmanuel needs to protect the perimeter if they're going to advance. Despite these records, the team that they're playing in the Pride can sure light it up from distance, and if they can't stop the three-pointer, they are going to be looking at the wrong side of the score. And they need to crash the glass. This team is tall, and so if they want to get the rebounds, they just simply need to put the effort forward. They're playing a much shorter team in Regis, and Coach Yasinoff has concerns against shorter teams, not because of the ability to beat them on offense, but the ability to beat them on the glass. Look out for the rebounding early as a way to tell what will go on for the future of this game. And the final thing, and perhaps the biggest point of frustration for Coach Yasinoff, 33 missed layups in the last game that he had counted. Now granted, while those numbers are not confirmed by any stat, those are what the coach was counting, and this guy's been doing it for 48 seasons. I'll take his word for it. He really stressed how important it is that they finish their layups, because in close games, it is the shots that you make and miss that make the big difference, whether it's free throws, three-pointers, or the easy layup. He tries to get his offense to get the best looks they can. They often talk about getting the extra pass, something Desiree Robinson, one of their senior leaders, talks about. So, going into this game, let's see if Emmanuel can do those 3 things. If they can crash the glass, finish their layups, and protect the perimeter. I'm Evan Sherrard. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back in just a moment after this 30-second break. Sorry about that. A little bit more than 30 seconds there. Got caught in some of the stats here. But as we come back, just 6 minutes away from tip-off, the GNAC play-in. It's the Pride. It's the Saints. And I am Evan Sherrard bringing it to you live here from the Andy Yasinoff Court in Fenway, Boston, Massachusetts. It's dark outside. Local time, 5:54 p.m. We have 25 seconds into the minute. We have a lot of exciting action to get into. And when talking with Coach Yasinoff before the game, he believes that this team can win any game as long as they're playing their best basketball. And this is a team that has played their best basketball down the stretch. All of their season numbers have improved since overall play and moving into conference play. They've scored more points and allowed fewer. And I could go down that all day. They just continue to get better as the season goes on. But right now, this is when it matters most. They've started to peak, They went on a 5-game win streak, had that snapped. They've gone 8-2 in their last 10 games. This is one of the best teams in the GNAC right now. If they can move past Regis, they would play St. Joseph's of Connecticut. That would be tomorrow. The trip down to Connecticut would be tough on travel, but once you get to tournament-style play like this, anything can happen. This is the basketball glory days of the year. As we're just nearing March, Division I basketball, March Madness is near. Every level of divisions in the NCAA plays in a March Madness tournament. Emmanuel is no stranger to that. Playing in their last tournament in 2021, and then 8 years prior, Coach Yasinoff has taken his team to 9 in the 2000s, and before that, he's taken them to plenty more. This is a guy who's coached and won over 900 games. If you're an Emmanuel fan, there is no reason why this team, despite only going 1 game over 500, can't be one of those miracle teams that says, why not us? They have the senior leadership of Olivia Metella, Parasat Tuhini, and Desiree Robinson. They seem to be peaking at the right time, and they've got an incredible stalwart defensively in Katie Bartash, who set a career high with 10 blocks in the last game that they played against Anna Maria despite the loss. Now, Bartash didn't score a point, and she averages over 7 on the season. She's a key contributor when this team is winning. She didn't score any last game despite playing really well defensively. So look out for her to get in the scores category today. If she can put up 10, Emmanuel should be sitting in a really good spot. Now, I can talk in a hurry, and I'm sure that you could listen to it a little bit less than you are right now. So I'm going to give you guys a break, and I'll give my voice a break. We'll be back in just about a minute. 3 minutes till tip-off. You are watching Emmanuel College basketball, the 7 seed and the 10 seed, for a chance to play in the quarterfinal tomorrow against St. Joseph's of Connecticut. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss anything. Welcome back. Just before the tip-off and before that, the national anthem, the dance team performance, and the lineups, I want to highlight a couple players on each side to look out for in this playoff matchup. First, let's go over to the Pride. Regis, although they're the 10 seed, they have 3 players I'm looking out for right now. Jordan Striggles, their best shooter, averaging 12 in conference play, a 31% three-point shooter. She's had 14 multiple three-pointer games, and she's had 7 games with 3 three-pointers or more. And then Maddie Zancan. She is the best scorer on this team, averaging 19.9 in conference play. Her season high of 27 came against Albertus Magnus just a few days ago on the 15th, and she scored 20-plus points in her last 4, so she is hot down low right now, the Cumberland, Rhode Island native is. And lastly, Courtney Doherty, the grad student, only 5'4", but certainly doesn't play that short. So her season high of 28 points, and she's played in 90 games of the 92 she's played. She has started those, and she's started every game this season. She is 38 minutes away from 3,000 career minutes. This is a veteran presence that this team will need to draw on if they want to advance in the playoffs. And on the other side, I want to look at Parasat Tuhini in terms of her distribution ability and as a senior to step up in a clutch moment. Also, Leia Krumian, a freshman who's delivered in big games like this and led Emmanuel in scoring against Regis earlier this season. She can provide a huge spark as a 6th woman off the bench. Let's see what she does tonight. And of course, Katie Bartash down low, blocking shots. Desi Robinson has been on fire as of late, scoring double digits in plenty of her last 10. Let's get down to the public address announcer for our starting lineups and then the national anthem. I'll be right back with you. Evan Sherrard from the Andy Yasinoff court. Let's go down.
10 seed visiting Pride of Regis College, and the number 7 seed, your Emmanuel College Saints. The NCAA and Emmanuel East Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators, pressure cooperation by supporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Any racial or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated, and the grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages or tobacco products is strictly prohibited. Let's meet tonight's starting 5 first for the Regis Pride. The junior guard 5'8" from Raynham, Massachusetts, number 1, Jordan Striggles. The junior guard 5'4" from Point Pleasant, New Jersey, number 2, Erica Emmanuel. The junior forward 5'9" from Cumberland, Rhode Island, number 10, Maddie Zanke. Graduate guard 5'4" from Willimantic, Connecticut, number 14, Courtney Doherty. And the junior guard 5'7" from North Brookfield, Massachusetts, number 31, Serenity Ayala. Assistant coaches are Marissa Brawl and Lauren Jennings. Head coach of the Pride in her 4th season is Samantha Crow. And now the starters for your Emmanuel College Saints. A senior guard 5'3" from Phoenix, Arizona, number 2, Paris Atsuhini. A graduate guard 5'7" from Swampscott, Massachusetts, number 5, Olivia Matella. A sophomore center 6'4" from Poland, Maine, number 14, Caitlin Bartash. A senior forward 5'10" from New Haven, Connecticut, number 15, Desiree Robinson. And a junior forward 6'4" from South America, Connecticut, number 32, Megan Riley. Assistant coaches are Olivia Rose, Pierre Sully, Megan Kerwin, and Arthur Howell. The head coach for the Saints this 48th season is Andy Yosino. The officials for tonight's game are James Mento, Gina Restiano, and Chris Bowman. Fans, we now ask you please rise if able for the playing of our national anthem.
As the anthem ends, the lineups have been announced. Let's announce them to you in case you couldn't hear at home. For the Pride, starting at guard, Jordan Striggles, the three-point sniper. Maddie Zancan, their star scorer. Courtney Doherty as well, over there knocking in plenty of buckets in many games played. Serenity Ayala in there as well, and Erica Marinelli rounding out the 5. And for the Saints, Paris Atsuhini, Olivia Matella, Katie Bartash, Desi Robinson, and Megan Riley. It'll be Bartash and Zancan for the opening tip-off. A great matchup to watch tonight. Zancan going up against the taller Bartash. The last time these two played, a lot of teams have problems against Bartash inside, but Zancan was able to knock in plenty of points against Emmanuel, scoring 24 with 4 blocks as the tip is won, and the playoffs in the GNAC is underway here in Fenway. As the Saints start with the ball, Metella has it on the wing and kicks it to Robinson. Down low quickly they go to Riley. She kicks it right back out. Now into the corner, Metella, a quick early 3. Clanked off the rim, tipped off of Metella, off of another hand though, and Striggles will send it out of bounds. So Emmanuel will keep the possession early. We go. Saints missed their first shot but got their own rebound. Off this inbound, Bartash takes it right to the lane, and a clean block as she stepped out of bounds as she was trying to grab the ball. A little grimace as she stepped out, and now a full court press in. They haven't played this in a while, Emmanuel hasn't. This is inbounded back over and sent to the guard. Marinelli brings it up as they beat the press. 2 guarded by 2. That's Atuhini down low. Here's the matchup to watch as Zancan passes it back and gets it right back on the right elbow. Kicks it down low. Double team. Jump shot from Zancan. Clanks off the front, rebounded by Bartash. And so neither side able to score on their first possession. Riley, always a threat to shoot it when she's open. Look out for that. Inside to Atuhini, spins back out and traveled with it. Atuhini looks both ways as if she doesn't know what happened. Minute under play here in the first quarter. A tough inbound stolen by Atuhini, and it looks like we might be getting the first points of the game here at the free throw line as Paris Atuhini was able to steal it away. And that is where that press comes in to play here defensively. Coach Yasinov loves to play his teams as strong as they can against the opposing offense, and pressing early is a way to get them uncomfortable, especially with a veteran like Atuhini stealing the ball. Here's her first attempt, a 70% shooter from the line, knocks it in. And so it is 1-0 here in this baseball game. Atuhini cracks the scorer's card open. Bartash sent back as Riley and Bartash are playing deep to play that tall defense. Atuhini nets them both. The inbound on the right. Kicked back. Atuhini pressuring with Robinson. Riley kicks. They beat it. 3-on-1 chance. Bounce pass stolen by Metella momentarily as she bobbled it as she traveled out of bounds. And so Regis will get possession. Emmanuel forced the most steals per game of any GNAC team, averaging 12.5 per game. You can see why as they play aggressively early. Into the corner they go to Doherty. Down low. Faking the shot, up and under. Zancan can't get it. Second shot no good either as Metella gets this in transition. Robinson running and cutting to the right block. Metella keeps her head up, kicks it inside to Bartash, the bigger player. Puts it up, misses the hook. Zancan goes for the rebound and comes up with it until it's stolen away. Bobbled on the ground, kicked back out. Atuhini open step back 3. Too strong, can't get her own rebound until she can. Back out to Metella. She fakes the 3, drives left side, kicks inside into a sea of red and yellow, but instead Robinson comes up with it. A blocking foul called as she was just inside of the arc, and the first foul of the day for Regis, and that goes against Maddie Zancan. Great persistence early in this game from the Saints. That's something they're going to need if they win this game, especially if they win this game, because they'll be playing higher-seeded competition against St. Joseph's of Connecticut, the 2 seed in Connecticut tomorrow, if they can win tonight. But it's quite early. Just 2 minutes in, and a steal by Zancan. Stripped Riley of it. Zancan will give it right back to Riley. Great defense by Robinson and Riley to team up for that one. The team comes back down. Bartash gets it down low inside. Kick back out to Riley. Now off to Robinson. Robinson opposite corner. Here on the close side, Metella has it. Atuhini wide open for 3. No good. Rebound by Robinson, and she gets the put back to go. 4-0 Saints. Zancan decides to go into the opposite corner. Handling this, Ayala sends it back to the point to Marinelli. Guarded by Robinson. High post, Zancan looks for a cutter. Intercepted by Atuhini. Running the break as she does best with Robinson and Bartash. She cuts to the middle, and she cuts back out. Kicked into the corner. Metella open, wing side 3. Off the back rim, rebounded by Robinson. So far, so good for Yasinov's rebound plan. Bringing it up strong and off the bounce of the back rim and in for Megan Riley. 6-0 Emmanuel. 3 minutes into the game, the Saints have been playing tenacious defense, coming up with nearly every steal that they get their hands on. Going inside, Zancan against the taller Bartash. Back outside, fakes the three, off the leg, and it's gonna be a kick ball against Robinson, who's nearly gonna come up with yet another steal for this club. So far, 7 rebounds for Emmanuel, just 2 for Regis. 3 turnovers for Regis as well. They have yet to score here in the first 3 minutes of play. Doherty to inbound. She gets this in. It's tipped off her hands, but Atuhini is going to be called for the last touch, keeping it away from Marinelli. Emmanuel already has 3 steals. This time they don't get one. Ayala dishes over to Marinelli. Looking for an opening. She's got Doherty in the corner. She'll take on Metella and Bartash. Kicks back out. Ayala's got it. Taking it down on the right side wing. Barely got by, but able to get through and finish off the reverse from that block. The first 2 go to Serenity Ayala for Regis. They trail by 4 now. Metella one-hands it, kicks to the middle. Dangerous pass coming up with it is the Skyscraper. Down low to the bigger one. And a nice look, but an offensive rebound, and we're gonna get a jump ball here. So possession will go with Regis. Something that the Saints do really well is getting after those jump balls to force turnovers. Regis doing so early to force one. Press on again. Running a man-to-man press now as they'll fall back. Zancan bringing it on against Bartash. Out to Ayala. Zancan hasn't had many looks down low because of Bartash's height. Look out for that. Zancan averaging 20 points per game in conference play. She scored 20 plus in her last 4. So far scoreless through the first 4 minutes. That's gonna have to change. Doherty, shot clock winding down. We're gonna get, looks like either a travel or an offensive foul here. And so a turnover nonetheless. 4 minutes have come and gone. The first foul of the day going against Doherty for a push. And Doherty, a key contributor offensively. This has been her best season ball control-wise, despite that turnover. Having a 1.0 assist to turnover ratio. Strong season for her, had 30 fewer turnovers, had over 90 last season. Robinson has this left wing. Atuhini, they left her open from the perimeter because of her low shooting percentages. Now they go Bartash, and we're gonna get a 3 seconds in the lane on Bartash, so there's a turnover for Emmanuel. They go back-to-back with those. But as I was saying, Atuhini left open from 3 because she's only shooting 12% in conference play from there. But why does she stay out on the court? Because of the defensive work and transition play she offers as a guard. She's a tremendous presence. You'll notice her often, as you've already seen her ripple one way and drive to the basket for 2 free throws. Inside, lost the ball. Look who's got the steal. Atuhini carrying it up the court, and she'll slow down to get the offense going. Inside, bad pass, but it's taken back by Metella at the top of the key. She'll drive and pass off. Atuhini goes inside. Bartash, size mismatch. Easy finish on the power layup from the right side. 8-2, Katie Bartash has got her first 2, thrown down the court, and it's gonna go out of bounds. And a bad pass from Regis on the inbound will result in a turnover, and it'll be Saints ball, and Leah Krumian will be coming in for the first time today. The 6th woman off the bench can always provide a scoring punch. Always keeps her head up too, looking down the court. Great controller of the basketball. She checks in for Atuhini. Just halfway through the first quarter of this play-in game, the winner to play St. Joseph's tomorrow in Connecticut. Driving and posting up, losing the ball momentarily. Everybody on the ground for this one. 2 red shirts, 1 white. Possession will go with Emmanuel as it's called a jump ball. Leah Krumian to inbound. Metella on the close side corner. If you can't see her on the screen, she's waiting in that corner for 3. Should she open up, she's guarded by Courtney Doherty. Kalia Saunders checks in for Megan Riley. Bartash takes this to the cup, banks it off short. Saunders comes in and puts it in. 10-2. Inbounded here. 2-1-2 press now, leaving that man. Metella showing Krumian where to go defensively as Metella switches on. This complex defense requires plenty of communication. That the Saints do well. Top of the key. Ayala drives on Bartash, puts it up, blocked. We'll see plenty of those tonight. This is a much shorter team, and Katie Bartash coming off of a career-high 10 blocks in her last game against Anna Maria, just on Sunday. If you're just joining us, hello everyone, I'm Evan Sherrard. Pleased to have you here on this evening here in Fenway. Emmanuel leads this play-in 10-2. So far, 3 players with 2 on the court for Emmanuel. Just 1 player has scored for the opposing side. The Pride's Serenity Ayala knocked in a layup. Now it'll be an inbound. Both teams have now committed fouls. Emmanuel just got to their first. Doherty passes off. Into the game for the first time, Perry. Over to Ayala, down low. Fading away, Doherty clanks this off the front rim. Stolen quickly, put in front. And there's Zancan's first bucket, just outside the restricted arc, putting it in from the middle from 3 feet out. Frumian spaces the floor. Up and under as the ball hangs in and finishes off for Robinson. She's got 4. Driving inside, kicking to Zancan, fakes out 2 defenders, gets closer, misses the easy layup, passed off to Krumian. Now in transition come the Saints. Robinson filling the lane, so is Saunders. She gets the ball, but it tips off of her hands, high in the air and out of bounds. And so that'll be a turnover, Regis ball. Inbound here to Zancan. They fake out the handoff play. Zancan carries this up. Now she's got to be careful here. She's not past half court. She just gets it there to Marinelli. She works off a screen and drives hard. Floats it up from about 6. Rebound will go to Saunders. Saunders gets it to Robinson. Down court, 3-on-1 defensive advantage. Robinson drives. Tries to get by. They're going to call a charge. Good footwork there by Serenity Ayala to draw that, as Robinson was trying to drive around her. Didn't have much wiggle room there. And that turns into a turnover. The second foul of the game, and Robinson will come out as she's got those 2. Parasatuhini back into the game. Inbounding now is Courtney Doherty. Doherty yet to score in this one. Zancan, their leading scorer, just has 2. They've been held to 4. Regis has struggled shooting under 40% on average as a team this season. Emmanuel sitting at 40. Kicked out. Fisher drives. Zancan puts it up and knocks it in. From the free throw line, Zancan's got 4. Frumian at the high point. Passes into the left wing. There's Metella back to the point. Metella cuts into the opposite side wing. She gets it there from Atuhini. Now it goes back. Atuhini's got some space. Floats it up from 8. Missed it. Rebound taken by Bartash as she battles 2. Puts it up and in. What a hook shot. The 6'4" height from the Mainer. Stolen by Krumian in the corner. Krumian back out. Atuhini's got some space. Decides not to use it. Now kicks it inside. Great vision from the point guard. And that one will go, but she's called for the travel before the basket. So Emmanuel's lead will stay at 8. Nice pass there. I want to highlight that. Parasatuhini, just 5'3", but she sees the court so well, and she's so cerebral in her decision-making when she's not pressured. You always have to keep a guard, preferably a taller one, on her as tight as possible to prevent her from making those passes. Down low, Zancan gets all the way to the rim, knocks it in, and the foul. Maddie Zancan doing her best to get her team back in the game. She's got 6 for a chance at 7. Zancan, 78% free throw shooter during conference play. They're going to say no basket here. And now we're going to get an inbound down low. So caught up in the moment I was. Zancan gets this back. And now they're going to call a travel here. Or a double dribble, rather. So Zancan, the difference one call can make, going from potentially trailing by 5 to being back down by 8 and then traveling, the hits that can take to your confidence. It's key in a game like this to keep that in the past. Krumian has the ball on the wing. Kicks inside, back out. Quick passing, 1 touch each. Metella dribbles with it and gets it back out to the high point. Krumian pressured. Metella open. Has to corral it, though. Inside to Whitehead, who just checked in. She's having trouble. Krumian's got a heave. Metella decides to. Misses off the back rim. Rebound taken by Regis. Moved off into the corner to Doherty. Up the wing she goes. Perry drives to her right. Passes off with the bounce. Inside is Polini. Back outside to Zancan. Zancan drives. Bounce pass. Tough pass. Doherty went up with contact. Didn't get the finish. Krumian on the fast break. Whitehead filling the lane on the left. Krumian drives that way. Whitehead behind her. She gets the ball. Inside. Saunders down low in the restricted arc. Blocked. Gets it back. Puts it up and in. Tough work by Kalia Saunders, finding her own rebound. She's got 4 points. Emmanuel up by 10 in the final minute of the first quarter. Regis trying to go quickly. The Pride with the ball. Stolen away by Saunders. 2-on-1 break. Atuhini running with it. She's got it down low, and she's able to maintain possession. Whitehead, oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, tic-tac-toe. 6 points now for Saunders. She leads all scorers. 18-6. Zancan with the ball. 3-second difference between shot and game. Down low. Driving for the layup. She's got it, and the foul. Finish for Jillian Perry, a 55% free throw shooter, goes to shoot one more. A chance to bring Regis to 9 points. One of the keys to Regis's offense in this late first quarter, albeit they are under 10 points, has been moving in transition, something that the Saints often do to their opponents. And they have done it to Regis today, but Regis has tried to do the same, and it's worked. Trying to tire their opponent out as the Saints have been playing all out on defense, pressuring early, trying to make the Pride uncomfortable, and the Saints have been caught off guard on a couple of these plays. And it looks like we're going to get some substitutions here. Bartash sitting at the scorer's table, ready to come in. Regis, rest of the team, talking with head coach Crow, who's in her 4th year as head coach. Kalia Saunders came in, knocked in a quick 6. Katie Bartash comes back in for her. Kalia Saunders is already at her season average with 6. That first free throw missed. And so, because of a technical call, Courtney Doherty will shoot these. Always important to keep your cool. Technical fouls are never permissible, especially in a game like this. The first free throw from Doherty goes after a teammate missed. Second one from Doherty is no good, and so the 80% free throw shooter bricks the second, and it remains a 9-point game as Perry will inbound this. Perry didn't play versus Emmanuel back on the 29th of January. Now she struggles to get an inbound in. Doherty lost the ball, but recovers, or at least tries to. Instead, it'll be a jump ball, but fortunately for Regis, the possession arrow is with them. And so, the team in crimson and yellow will take the side out on the opposite side of the court near the Emmanuel bench. Doherty gets it into Zancan. She tries to move it back to Doherty and does. Doherty drives to the free throw line. Stops and kicks back out. Perry will take the 3 and miss as it rattles in and out. Up the court they go. Metella feeding Krumian. Her head up. She'll stop up as Metella gets down. Size up in a drive to the right side. Floater from 6. And she missed everything but the glass. They'll go out of bounds. And so it will stay with Regis. A full court press here with 2.6. It's going to be tough for Regis to get a shot off here, but Emmanuel, you don't want to foul. 18-9, 2 seconds down to 1. Final second here, they won't take a shot. Emmanuel leads at 18-9 after the first quarter of play. The winner of this match goes on to play St. Joseph's of Connecticut tomorrow. As this 10 and 7 seed matchup comes to a brief intermission, we'll send you down to the court with the Emmanuel dance team. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I'm going out tonight, I'm feeling alright, I'm gonna let it all hang out. Feel like a woman.
Welcome back. It's at this time that I'd like to pay tribute to a close member of a family close to me. And I want to pay tribute to Louis Landon, who died today 11 years ago. And as their family mourns, I want to send all my love to the Landon family and to their daughter, specifically Jessica, my girlfriend. I love you, and I'll always be there for you. To Louis Landon. Metella on the left side. Krumian's got the ball now. Atuhini. Metella. Corner three as she spots it up. Little too strong. Ball in the air and now taken down by Regis. Bounced over to Courtney Doherty. Doherty bringing it up with speed and strength. Decides against a pass. Instead finds Perry for three. Missed too strong. Rebound by Bartash as she goes high in the air. With those arms extended, that's close to 6'8". Back out. Whitehead drives right side. Wanted Bartash, decides for Atuhini. Fakes with the feet, goes to the rim, missed the layup. That one's one that Coach Yasinov would talk about in the huddle as something they've got to finish. That was a great move by Atuhini to get there, but she's got to finish those looks if Emmanuel's going to be at their best, peaking at the right time. So important down the stretch of a basketball season. Jordan Whitehead coming out, and for the first time, the spark plug defensively and the track star back in Florida, Madison Hill, number 4 in white. Always unafraid to reach in. She is scrappy. Great defender. She's guarding in the corner, matched up with Striggles, who's their best three-point shooter. She hasn't gotten a look yet, hasn't scored either. Outside, here's Perry. She's taken a couple tries. Back out Zancan. Doherty for three. Air ball. Extra rebound. Perry missed the easy one. Jump ball possession will stay with Regis. Good job by Bartash to get to that, but those are, again, one of the keys to this game for Coach Yasinov was the rebounds right there. Unable to get that board defensively. Those are the ones you have to have. Off a screen, grabbing it out of the air is Striggles. Going down low, Zancan taking on two defenders and the taller Bartash. Into the corner, Perry drives to the elbow, kicks it back out. Zancan from mid-range fakes, goes with the up and under, reverses back out, and travels. One of the many issues going up against a taller player is finding open space. That time Zancan felt that she needed the extra step. Emmanuel by 9. 2 minutes into the second quarter of play. Winner advances to play St. Joseph in the quarterfinal tomorrow. Hill. Right side drive by Perry. Now picked up in the corner on the 2-3 defense. Bartash splits it. So does Krumian in the wing. And she misses the 15-footer. Rebound by Bartash. Foul called on the floor for a reach. We'll see who this one goes against. My money's going to be on Polini, and I would have been a losing man on that one. That foul going up against Jillian Perry, her first of the day. Each team sporting one foul apiece. Megan Riley coming in for the first time in this quarter as Olivia Metella finds the bench. Riley played 5 minutes in the first quarter. Scored 2 points as well. Atuhini on the baseline pass. Will decide against a handoff, and she double dribbled and realized it as quickly as she did, as she kind of gave herself a half-witted smirk, realizing her frustration. Coach Yasinov yelling, get back on the press. They do, but they leave Zancan wide open, and now Bartash is on an island. It's a pretty good island to be on, and Zancan turned it over. She simply lost her dribble. It's got to be intimidating to go up of all of 6'4" of Bartash, but that's what she's going to have to do if she wants to advance. A costly turnover there. Emmanuel still up by 9. Atuhini gets right by the tight clamps of Perry. Hill goes inside. Bartash getting another look. Atuhini at the free throw line. Krumian at the three-point line, now in at the free throw line. Floats it up from 8 and banks it after 3 bounces into the net. Her first 2. See if she can heat up. Always a spark plug. Doherty flings it out of bounds, trying to draw contact. They will maintain possession.
Back in for Regis, number 2.
Now Erica Marinelli is coming back onto the court as her number mate, Emma Polini, number 3, comes off. Inbound into the corner, Zancan gets this up to Marinelli. Lob inside, Perry lays it up, missed it. Great defense by Hill, the rebound by Riley. Outlet to Krumian, looking down court, Bartash is down low. Will she go there? Let's find out. She goes to Riley in the corner. Watch out for her if she gets open from 3. Doesn't attempt many of them, but certainly can knock them in. She hit 7 or 8 shots in a row in practice, all from distance, as she throws it out of bounds here. After it was fired over Hill's head, a sideline inbound on the close side for Striggles. Want to see her get more looks if you're Regis. Now a dangerous pass. Krumian going for the steal. 2 players on the ground, Zancan included. Marinelli able to control. Krumian still aggressing. Zancan gets an open drive as she splits the defense. Oh, and a nice play in the corner to keep the ball in bounds, but she wasn't able to keep her feet in bounds as Striggles steps out. Possession back with Emmanuel now. The Saints right now shooting just under 40% at 37.5. They've made 9 shots of their 24 attempts. Regis just 4 makes, shooting 24%. Emmanuel always keeps their opponents at a low scoring percentage. On the left side, Hill inside. Bartash gets it down low. Easy look, easy finish. Caitlin Bartash off the one-touch pass from Megan Riley. That's a great way. If you're going to beat the 2-3 zone, you can beat them inside. They want to take away the inside ball, but when you move it to the middle like Emmanuel has done, you draw the defenders up and then make that extra pass down low, make them force over, find the opposite side block. You should have an open layup just as Bartash did. It was a great play call and a great job by Emmanuel as a team to recognize and know how to take apart that defense. Great dissection. That one was textbook. The first foul against Isabella Hart. Zancan drives against Bartash. Hasn't finished against her yet, still doesn't. Another block for Bartash as Krumian brings this up the court, past the Saints middle court logo, gets a fake screen from Riley, finds Hill in the corner, looked at the basket, kicks it opposite side, skip style. Megan Riley drives, picks the ball up to prevent a steal, danger of a jump ball, and instead a reach-in foul. Great job by Riley to maintain possession there. Want to avoid those jump balls rather. Certainly don't want any boils on the court. Hill will inbound this out of the stack form. Krumian catches in the corner. See if they go inside, try and move that defense away. Krumian will take the 3, an air ball. Riley tried to play it off of a back of a defender, but she had no chance at that. Regis boxed out well and will get the ball now as they're pressed. Courtney Doherty coming back into the game. She's just got 1 point. On average, she's scoring 14.5 per game. They're going to need her scoring to change. Same with Zancan. She's just got 4. She averages 20 a game in conference play. Now Doherty has a chance to change it here, but she doesn't as she misses off the back rim. Here comes Hill back up the court with the ball. In her right hand, she drives with speed and strength, and a foul called as she was too fast for the defense to play it legally. Madison Hill, a chance at her first 2 at the line here. A 33% free throw shooter during the regular season, albeit not many attempts for her. Here she is, the freshman from Fort Lauderdale. Hits the first free throw. And their last game, Emmanuel hit over 75% of their free throws in over 15 attempts. And that's going to be a violation from Hill as she airballs the second one. Atuahini coming in, Hill staying out there for defense. Krumian hits the bench. Bartash very vocal in the backcourt, communicating with her teammates to make sure they've got the press set up the right way. Atuahini always dangerous here. Zancan left unguarded. They split the press there. Hill able to recover though, but a lost ball. Poor handling there in the corner by Striggles. She's had a rough day so far. Atuahini finds Metella in motion. Metella floats it up from 3 and hits it. Olivia Metella gets her first 2 of the game from that block side floater. Metella steps in, nearly stole it just a little too early. and instead Regis comes away. Zancan's got it, pulls the deep mid-range, missed it too strong off the right glass, back out. Doherty drives to her right, has to get by Bartash. Easy block for her, all she's got to do is move her hand. If you watch Bartash closely, it is rare for her that she needs to jump to block these shots, which makes her an exceptional shot blocker because it's so easy for her to stay straight up. Doherty wanted to take the mid-range, decides to go back out to the perimeter and kick it off. Marinelli uses the screen from Ayala, back to Doherty. Shot clock down to 5. Now outside, top of the key, 3 on the way. Zancan missed it, rebound out to Ahini. Zancan always not afraid to shoot. Bartash transition, contorting her body to finish the bucket. Emmanuel running away with it late here in the first half. They lead by 28. Sorry, they lead by 18 points. My math. Goodness gracious. You see the 20 up there, you just go crazy. The dance team will perform.
Wait a minute, eat it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a reach the bar, underground the doors. Top notch, get the balls, get the list. Straight to bar, but I think you're like boss. She comes to baby, I can find it, get my jaw. Straight to bar, what you get the window. Swooping while I'm looking, I just patch it. I roll it through the city with the big dogs. The dogs go with me, we ain't got the cow. Sitting outside with the party, then the window loud. They say you need the money, for everyone involved. If you don't deserve a custom, we will cut them out. My Baba got me looking every single time.
Once again, a great performance by the Emmanuel dance team. Back out on the court, 18-point lead for the Saints. 5 minutes left in this first half. It is 27-9. I'm hearing word of a scoreboard issue, so I'll be updating as if this were the radio for that now. Every single possession you'll be hearing that. And right now, Emmanuel shooting at a pretty solid percentage. 43% for the game, hit 12 buckets in. They are playing staunch defense, only allowing 4 shots to go down in 22 attempts. See if Regis can solve it. So far, their top 2 scorers haven't. 3 on the way. Marinelli, too short. They haven't hit one yet. Still sitting at 9 points. If they don't break 10 before half, it's going to be a long day. Metella sizing up into the corner to Hill. Bartash has gotten it down low all game. That ball just too far. Hill skies it out of bounds past Atu Hini. A turnover there, but right now, not too costly. Also, we want to check in on those 3 keys as Doherty drives. We'll get back to those keys after this possession. Zancan fakes the shot at the top of the key. They got to get her better looks in the second half, too. Ayala in the corner, back up top. Marinelli will fire and knock it in. Marinelli hits the first 3 of the game, the 5th shot of the game overall for Regis. They reach double digits. Corner, Metella. On the court logo, Hill, bullets, back to Metella, takes the 3. Can't match there, bricked it back rim. Marinelli falls over, she's fouled. Whether it'll go against Riley or Hill is the question. They're gonna count this one against Madison Hill. That's her 2nd. She'll check out. Here comes Leia Krumian back into the game. She's got 4 so far. Emmanuel has had a pretty balanced way of scoring so far. All but 1 player who's played minutes has scored for Emmanuel. That's Jordan Whitehead. Leading scorer Bartash with 8 after not scoring a single point in her last game. Bartash, if you're looking for that block counter, she's got 4 already. Career high of 10 set last game versus Anna Maria. Right side floater, but the travel for Striggles, who continues to struggle. Jordan Striggles is just 1 field goal away from her 100th season make, yet she doesn't have it in this game so far. It's rare that she's held scoreless, but against Emmanuel, she shot 1 of 11. Right now, her stat line looking pretty similar. Bartlett into the first time for the game. Floats it up and missed it from the wing from about 10 feet out. That jumper no good. Metella the swipe. Marinelli the drive. Bartlett the pickup. Inlet pass to Ayala. Spins back and kicks. Fake pass by Striggles. Guarded tightly by Metella, down low floater from Doherty, no good. But they will get the foul call, that one almost certainly against Bartash for a shooting foul. Now Doherty, the 80% free throw shooter, gets her shot to shoot 2 more here. She took a technical earlier, missed 1 of 2. In a 15-point game, Regis really needs to start to get to the free throw line. This team so far has just taken 3. They've only made 1. In teams that usually beat Emmanuel, they do a lot of their work at the free throw line, force them into foul trouble, and make them play more conservatively. A team that's played so aggressively so far hasn't seen a reason to slow up yet. Doherty hits both free throws. They'll need her scoring prowess in the second half. Same with Zancan, who just has 4. Metella's got it, up to Bartash in the high post. Bartash pressure, dribbles and hands off. Into the corner, Metella fakes the 3 with her body, floats it up from 3, and gets it to go off the high, friendly bounce. Metella with 4 points as she moves from her perimeter game into the inside. Marinelli guarded by Metella, back out. The top of the key, Striggles, hand off Marinelli. Ayala's got this, guarded by Bartlett into the corner, Doherty, guarded by Atuhini. Moves over the screener. Doherty, quick bounce pass in the lane, right block, hop step, and it's going to be another shooting foul on Bartash. Now's when you start to worry, and you probably want to think about taking out Bartash here, as she's going to pick up her 2nd foul. Regis enters the bonus now in the final 2.5 minutes. And now we'll see Eliana Jackson coming into the game for the first time. She will be coming in for Katie Bartash. Eliana Jackson contributes consistent minutes, but her career high is only 4 points. She's one of the 5 players that Coach Yasinov is comfortable playing down low. Jackson, a consistent defender. Coming out for Jackson. Riley, Jackson, Saunders, and Robinson all on the bench right now, so a small lineup, unusually so for the Saints. Krumian, Jackson, Metella, Bartlett, and Atuhini out there. Atuhini with it now. Metella cuts over on the top of the key and loses it momentarily. Flips into the opposite corner, skip pass, Atuhini 3, no good. Rebound taken by Ayala. She lost it very momentarily. Striggle's able to get this off, and back to Ayala. Up the court, past half court they go. Doherty, back to Ayala, top of the key. Right side on the wing. Driving after the jab step, Marinelli is fouled on the drive by Bartlett. Another foul, and now some free throws coming up for Erica Marinelli. She shoots at a 65% mark, so not great, but not bad by any means. You'd love to see that in the 70% range, though. Her first attempts. She's got 3 points so far, and it'll stay that way for now. She gets a pat on the back from her teammate Doherty, who's also a terrific shooter. Second free throw. As Silk Owens of the Rhode Island Rams would say, second one always the easier one. It proves so there. She knocks it in. Bartlett coming out, Megan Riley coming in. Some more size out there for the Saints. Krumian brings it up the court. Past half court, she drives, trying to split the 2-3 right down the middle. Instead, she'll pass off to the wing. They split it in the middle there to Jackson, kicking into the corner. There is Metella. Metella dribble and a pass. Krumian on the left wing at the Saints logo. A screen and now a setup in the middle. Corner, Metella, Riley posting up. Gotta shoot quick here. Mid-range J, off a bounce and out. Rebound goes to Regis' Doherty. Up the court she goes, guarded by Metella. Step back on the elbow, bobbled it and lost it. Atuhini gets the ball and finishes off the break with the right-handed layup. Assist goes to Metella. That's what the Saints do best, forcing a turnover and scoring quickly in transition. Fast break points, watch out for those. Striggles into the corner to Marinelli, down low, wide open. Quickly puts it up, and in it goes for Courtney Doherty. That is her 100th career field goal make. Doherty's got 5. 1 minute left in the first half. Saints lead this one 31-19. Metella gets it at the top of the key. From 3, she kicks into the corner. Atuhini drives by, floats it up, and draws the contact as she was able to slither by a few defenders and just get a gash from one of them. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Atuahini, a 74% free throw shooter on the season. Very, very strong from there. She's got 4 so far. Her first 2 in this game came from the line. First shot from Atuahini is good. Knock her in for 5. The second free throw from the NVU Johnson transfer goes through as well. So Sophia Polini checks in for Regis as Striggles hits the bench. She is scoreless today. Doherty drives on Krumian. Back out, Marinelli open for 3. Hit one earlier, hits another here. Marinelli just a 29% shooter from 3 in conference play. She's heating up. If the Saints keep leaving her open, they're gonna get back into this game in a hurry. Only down by 11 now. And that's a certainly doable margin. Krumian gets it into the corner. Still guarding up against the 2-3 defense Regis are. Metella. Into the corner, Atuahini takes another 3. Missed this one again. Like the confidence there, though. She continues to stick with it as Krumian floats it up. 1 second left. The buzzer sounds. Halftime is here, and the Saints lead the Pride 33-22 in this 7 versus 10 seeded matchup. Winner of this game goes to play St. Joseph's of Connecticut tomorrow night in Connecticut in this GNAC play-in game. Who will come away victorious? Will it be Olivia Metella and the Emmanuel Saints? Or will Maddie Zancan and crew stage a comeback? They trail by 11 as the 13-12 Emmanuel Saints take the Regis Pride 6-18 on the season into halftime. We'll go to a short break. Evan Sherrard with you here. Don't go anywhere. Perhaps go get a nice halftime snack. Maybe dinner if it's that time for you. 6:46 local time. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks so much.
Get a motherfucking moment of silence. Cause you know it don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Cause I'm Snoop Doggy, you doggy, you doggy.
heck of a first half. For those of you that can't see, which is you guys, just talking to you right now. In the first half, Emmanuel incredibly held Maddie Zancan to just 6 points. 2 for 9 shooting. She played every minute of that half. That is rough for her because when she averages 20 a game, she scored 20 plus in her last 4, each of them. And she scored 24 and had 4 blocks against Emmanuel last time. It's no wonder that they're trailing right now. Now, Regis, again, the success that they've had has never been sustained this season. They've only won 6 games. But if they were going to go anywhere in this playoff, they need Zancan, Doherty, and Striggles to step up because right now, combined, they have 11 points. Which, granted, is half their points. But 44 is not going to be enough to win this game. All right, welcome back. We will be out of here again in just a moment. But before we go to another commercial and before we get to the second half of action, Emmanuel leads Regis right now, 33-22, 7 seed over the 10 seed so far. The winner of this game will be playing St. Joseph's of Connecticut and heading down to West Hartford for a matchup tomorrow afternoon in the quarterfinal. It's a quick turnaround here in the GNAC tournament. But right now, some things I want to just mention. Keep this in your mind for the second half. It's been a sluggish start for Regis's offense. They have combined through their 3 best scorers this season, all of which have averaged over 12 points per game, 11 points in the first half. Maddie Zancan, who averages 20, shooting 2 for 9 with 6. Jordan Striggles, their best 3-point shooter, averages 12 a game. Hasn't even attempted a shot. And then Courtney Doherty, who is their second best 3-point shooter and a very consistent scorer, might I add, 13.5 points per game during conference play, 15 overall. She's just 1 for 6. That's 3 of 15 shooting. Really rough for them. And if they're going to get back in this game, not only do they need to get their stars going, they need to rely on that shooting hand of Erica Marinelli, who's never afraid to fire those away. She attempted 101 threes this season and only made 26 of them. But right now, she's playing very well. And when Regis hits double digits for her, when Marinelli scores 10 or more, Regis is 3-4. That's half of Regis's wins. Granted, that's a negative record, but that's better that she scores double digits than when she doesn't. So, with that being said, we'll be right back in a moment with a little bit more analysis. I'm Evan Sherrard. We will have Emmanuel College playoff basketball in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Andy Yasinoff Court. We are just minutes away from second half action in this play-in match between Emmanuel College and Regis. And before we get back to some analysis here, let's take a live look inside of the playoff game that's going on right now in Chicopee, Massachusetts. The Elms Blazers are about to they are about to take down the visiting LaSalle with just 19 seconds left. Elms is leading 65-60. They will go on to play Johnson and Wales down in Rhode Island. And so now that we've got that recapped here, the other play-in game going on right now, the one you're listening to, the one you're watching, the one that you are interested in, this game. Key numbers right now, one of the two biggest things you're going to see from teams that win, they lead in both turnover differential and rebounding. Right now, Emmanuel leads both of those. Matter of fact, Emmanuel they have forced 15 turnovers, and rebounding, they've grabbed 3 more than the other side. So, although the rebounding close, the turnovers, that's a big difference. And the biggest thing, Emmanuel has had 20 points off of turnovers. Regis, just 7. Emmanuel's also dominated inside the paint, scoring 24 to Regis's 8. It has been a big-time clinic by Emmanuel offensively and showing their might and their height. The tallest player on Regis stands at 6'3", and that's Jada DiCarlo. Mind you, Jada DiCarlo's never played a game in her college career, just a freshman. I don't expect her to play. So right now, they don't really have the size to match up with Bartash and crew. Emmanuel has a few 6-foot-plus players, and their next tallest player on the Pride, 5 feet 9 inches tall, and that is Maddie Zancan, who really they're going to need to rely on for scoring in this second half, or she's going to need to pick it up at least, because if they rely on her and she can't get it going, Regis is going to bow out of this playoff in blowout fashion. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left until the second half begins. Emmanuel gets into its huddle, and Coach Yasinoff calls on for the referees to check the other side huddle. Some statisticians and some coaches move their way to the left side bench. We are now under 1 minute to go here. Emmanuel so far hasn't made a 3, but they haven't needed it. They've scored plenty of points inside the arc. They've got 9 points from their bench and 10 second chance points as well. Regis has just had 1 second chance point. Largest lead of the day, 18 points for Emmanuel. Regis has never led. Atuahini, Robinson, Riley, Bartash to start on the court for Emmanuel. As soon as the 5th member of the Saints is out there, we will let you know who it is. But I'm Evan Sherrard bringing you the second half of the GNAC play-in between Emmanuel and Regis. If you are joining us after viewing Elms take down LaSalle, thank you for joining us. Elms won by a thin margin today against LaSalle just moments ago in Chicopee, Massachusetts. Here we are in Boston. Metella, the other guard, coming in for the Saints. And they'll start with the ball. First seconds have gone by now. Metella down low into the right side wing. She'll drive to the middle and kick over to Atuahini. Back into the wing, Metella drives inside, puts up a mid-range J, and air ball is too strong. Rebound taken by Striggles, but turned right over to Robinson, but she couldn't get the ball in her hands in time. So it'll stay with Regis, but nearly another turnover. Regis will inbound from the Emmanuel bench and get it into Zancan, who hands this off to Striggles, guarded by Robinson. She lost it again, but Zancan's able to save her, and now it looks like she traveled. Desiree Robinson forcing that turnover. Incredible pressure from her. Emmanuel doing the little things that don't show up on the stat sheet, like pressuring the ball carrier in the backcourt. Metella at the free throw line, stops, doesn't dribble, it got off a tip, They're currently short-handed as Metella gets back up. Robinson flips to the corner side. Atuhini will drag this back out to the top and flip it in. Toss pass is going to go out, but Riley is able to get to the jump ball. And that means that the possession will go with Regis, but a great effort by every Saint on the court on that possession to attempt to get a shot off, but they come up with nothing. Now I want to make sure the scoreboard's not still up. It's 33-22. There's a block from Bartash, her fifth. Robinson in transition. Desi Robinson back out to Atuhini, met by a defender. The floater no good, gets her own rebound, spins back to the top of the key, gets inside the free throw line, looks like she can just knife her way anywhere she wants. And a foul called as Bartash went up strong and got contact on the way. So she'll shoot two. Bartash, a 68% conference free throw shooter, 55% overall. So she's gotten a lot better from the stripe as the season's gone on. And now Jordan Striggles, who continues to struggle, has yet to score, is checking out for Erica Marinelli, who's scored 7 points and leads all scoring for Regis. Bartash hits her first free throw and gets up to 7 points. Emmanuel 5 for 6 from the line today. Second free throw too strong, but Metella grabs the rebound and kicks to Riley. Over to Atuhini, moving it station to station. Getting down low, kicking back out. One-handed grab. Metella open, wing side three, too strong. Extra offensive rebound, Atuhini back to Metella. In the wing, down low on the left block. Riley goes up, missed it too short. Rebound goes to the defense. Doherty stretches the court, inaccurate pass taken on the right side wing. Marinelli back to Doherty, takes the open three. Too strong. Not a lot of great shooting from distance today from either side as Riley brings this up the court and will try and drop this back. Great defense by Perry to try and rip it away. Robinson down low, she's got another point. 14-point lead for Emmanuel, they're up 36-22, 4 for Robinson. She had 21 in a career-high night on senior day on Sunday in the loss versus Anna Maria. Marinelli, Ayala, Zancan, looked at the basket, drives to her left, fakes the shot, blocked again. Bartash has 6. Zancan continues to be frustrated down low. Robinson back to Atuhini. Metella open from the wing. She'll decide against it and go to Bartash. Now Metella gets it in the wing. Back to Bartash. Atuhini drives, middle, right side, open, missed the layup. Bartash, the putback is good. Bartash with 9. Gotta watch out for the unconventional double-double for her. She might get up there in blocks again if she reaches her career high of 10. And if she scores one more bucket, she'll have plus 10 points. Spinning, Zancan, another block. Another opportunity, offensive rebound, Zancan goes up. Another missed opportunity for her. She can't solve Bartash's long arms, but this gun out of bounds will help her team out as a turnover, unforced error by the Saints. And when you're leading by 16, unforced errors are the last thing you want to start getting comfortable doing. Doherty drives down the lane, guarded by Bartash. Ayala, trailer. Zancan drives right side, gets to the block, spins back, kicks out. Perry for 3, blocked. Rebound goes to Bartash. Zancan's been banged around down low, legally so. Metella catches, oh, a nice back pass! And Robinson finishes off the great teamwork play by Metella and Atuhini. It was down court baseball pitch style cut off by Metella, who just lobbed it back, and Robinson with the easy finish from the right side. Great teamwork, excellent passing, and an 18-point lead for Emmanuel, just like that. They tie their largest lead of the day. The dance team performed again on the sideline. The loud music took over, and I decided to stay quiet there. Inbound here for Doherty. Regis trails by as much as they have all game. And a steal by Metella. Can they force the issue? Megan Riley controls. Metella fires for three. Short. In transition, here comes Zancan. She has not scored in the second half. She's been blocked a ton, too. Reason Bartash. Another steal for Metella. She now leads all GNAC play in steals. Blocked by Perry as Atuhini goes to the rim there. Metella opened the game 2 steals behind first place. Marinique Redden of Anna Maria led with 64, but now, as Metella has reached 3 steals, she's got 65, and she stands alone at the top of the GNAC. Atuhini trying to stand alone at the rim. She does, but she can't finish. Another missed open layup for her despite the traffic. Now a 3 on the way. Can Metella hit one? No. Rebound goes to Regis, but she lost it out of bounds. But it looks like there's something that I didn't see. As Regis will get the ball. Robinson gave a quick word to the official. The official decided to stick with the call. Kalia Saunders comes in for the first time in the second half as we are halfway, or about halfway, a minute away from it, through the third quarter of play. Emmanuel leads by 18. It's 40-22. Inbound to Zancan. Zancan still has just 6 points. Doherty, the second leading scorer on this team, with 5. They've combined for 11. They're going to need a lot more than that. Floater from Doherty misses everything but the top of the backboard, and now they'll work their way out of bounds. Doherty and Zancan all over the place, stymied by this Saints defense, and one of the big reasons is number 14 in white from Standish, Maine. From the Portland metropolitan area, she has the same range as if you were able to reach up from Boston all the way up there. It seems like there's no shot she can't block. Zancan has been frustrated, so has Doherty. Atuhini has been frustrated on the other end. She's going to avoid a jump ball, but she won't avoid the extra step or two. To inbound it is Courtney Doherty. Doherty is shooting 1 of 8. Star mate Zancan, Maddie Zancan, 2 for 12, her worst shooting game of the year. And in the last game they played, a steal that was started by Krumian and finished by Atuhini. She misses another layup. She's struggling offensively too. Trying to get into the cup. They do. The layup doesn't go. Nice tip there by Bartash. Robinson all the way, draws the foul. She'll shoot 2 at the line. And she did a lot of her work in the last game, but as I was saying, in her last game against Emmanuel back in January, Maddie Zancan scored 24 points and blocked 4 shots. This is a different game and a different team, both sides. And right now, Zancan just can't solve Caitlin Bartash. First free throw from Robinson is nothing but nylon. As she increases her total to 7 points. No player has reached double figures besides Caitlin Bartash, who has 11. She's currently sitting at 13 rebounds, has that double-double. The second one good from Robinson. The inbound into Zancan. They've got to start going. They're down by 20. Largest deficit of the night. Zancan trying to get open from 3. She drives. High dribble, pass off. Perry picks up Doherty, pulls the mid-range J, and clanks it off the front of the rim. Krumian running in transition. This is where the Saints do their best work. Krumian has Hill, decides to go that way. Drives to the middle, floats it up from 9. Short. Out of bounds. Regis ball. Caitlin Bartash, to highlight her, the game she's having, this is a career day for her. She's 2 blocks away from tying her career high she set just a game ago as she checks out. But she has 13 rebounds and 11 points. She has matched up perfectly against this Pride squad. Stolen by Riley. She goes to the basket, puts it up. missed the shot, tried to draw a foul, but instead she's going to get called for an offensive foul. He doesn't quite get that call. Coach Yasinoff not happy about it, but the inbound, the Doherty and Cruz, they try to cut the lead from 20. They haven't been able to get out of this side of the court, though, in the past couple minutes. They finally do. Emma Polini inside. Layup attempt is good as Maya Reynolds forced that one in. She had played in 10 straight games from January 4th to February 4th, hadn't played since. She's got 9 points and 10 rebounds in that stretch, and she's got her first 2 tonight. Her career high is just 4. Right now, Regis trying to dig into anything they have to make a comeback. Krumian open from 3, decides against the shot, kicks to Robinson, open from the wing, sets her feet and fires. Too strong as it bounces high, back out to Zancan. She's double teamed, jump ball. Possession will go with Emmanuel. Robinson to inbound on the baseline. Near the dance team on the right side of the court. Hill in the opposite corner, Saunders cuts to the block. On the right block and driving to the middle, the hook shot no good by Riley. Great defensive effort. We're gonna get a foul called against Saunders. And so that is gonna be her 3rd. Or rather, it's gonna be against Reynolds. Thought it might have been a reach, but instead that'll be Maya Reynolds. So Saunders still with just 2. Doherty and Perry coming out. Marinelli and Striggles coming back in. Again, Striggles held scoreless. She's their best 3-point shooter. She's had 7 games with 3+ 3-pointers made, and she started every game of her career. As Saunders hits the first free throw. But for Striggles, it's no surprise that she is struggling versus Emmanuel. They play strong, stifling defense. She was 1 for 8 from 3 and 1 for 11 from the field against them. Struggle showing the same. Both free throws good from Saunders. On the right side, they get it up the court. Polini. Back past Marinelli. She's got 7. 2 threes in the first half. The only 3-pointers for Regis today. Striggles the handoff. Polini. Zancan. Pass back out, Marinelli. Open from 3, Krumian bounced all around. Goes right block, floats it up. Off the glass, rebound taken back out. Regis cycling around. Inside, Polini tries to get by, and it's going to be a push on Madison Hill. So that's her 3rd. Be interesting to see if Coach Yasinoff decides to take her out, and it seems like he will, as Hattie Sloyan is getting ready to go in. That's tipped. Riley got her hands on it, but so did Reynolds. Striggles. Guarded by Robinson, bounced inside. Down low on the right block, she goes and tries to force the opposite direction. Nice pass, as she did draw 2 defenders, and Reynolds finished off the open leg. So there goes Maddie Zancan in the playmaking field. She hasn't been able to score down low, so she's doing everything she can to affect her offense in a positive manner. Krumian open, can't do that, and that's why. Leia Krumian's got 7. Drops in that trifecta, her first of the night. Regis down by 21. Zancan with it. Reynolds sets up in the middle to beat this defense. Marinelli, Striggles. Inside Zancan, tipped and stolen. Robinson handles, passes off Krumian. And we're gonna get a call here. What will it be? Saunders coming out. Sloyan coming on. Gonna get some substitutions. Courtney Doherty coming in, coming out. Looks to be yep, it is. Emma Polini hitting the bench. And now the inbound is Hattie Sloyan. Brings this back, playing her guard position. Sloyan offers great shooting off the bench when she's on. Hill. At the top, passes to Riley, out at the perimeter. Robinson cutting to the left block. Sloyan's got this at the top on the right side, passes over Krumian. Short pass, she backs down and moves to the middle. Cuts all the way to the rim, left hand layup, bouncing in. Leia Krumian, what a move as the buzzer sounds. She was able to travel about 10 feet without traveling, mind you. The technical term, of course. with just 2 steps. Great footwork from her. She's got 9, and the lead is 23 as Robinson bounces this out of bounds. Every passing lane has been disrupted. The Saints forcing turnovers left and right.
Back into the Saints, number 25,
Jordan Whitehead will come in for Desiree Robinson. Emmanuel, 7 rebounds more than Regis. The turnovers, stark difference. Emmanuel just 13. Regis 22. We still have 1 more full quarter to go. Can Coach Crow draw something up to get her team back in it, or will this squad fall to the 7th seed?
Saints number 32, Megan Riley's second personal.
Megan Riley called for her 2nd foul. She's got just 2 points today, but has contributed defensively. Bartash notably still on the bench, saving her for the 4th quarter. She is nearing a triple-double. Has double-digit rebounds and points and 8 blocks. Another tip and another steal. This team just can't seem to get away from those poor passes. They're not running the right place to get open because the Saints have been in every lane. They're not. I want to see them run some flare screens, get somebody open with 5 feet of space, make some easy passes. They have struggled all day long on offense. Lucky to get that jump ball, though. So they have the possession back. Marinelli throws it in, and another steal. At least it was for a moment until Doherty gets this back, and now luck runs through as they're going to get another foul called against the Saints. That one will be against Hattie Sloyan. It's her first of the day and her first few minutes of action. Well, after Regis has drawn a jump ball and a reach-in, see if they can finally capitalize. This pass finally in cleanly. The first pass in 5 attempts to not be tipped. Drives left side. Doherty fades. Too strong. She continues to struggle. Now Regis gets a tip of their own. Zancan trying everything she can. Back outside. Marinelli. She's been hot. Floats it up. Can't get it. Zancan offensive rebound and a foul called against Riley over the back. And so under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter, and Regis will enter the bonus as Zancan will attempt free throws. Maddie Zancan, a 78% free throw shooter during conference play, which is an improvement of 2% overall. She averages 20 points per game. She hits the first free throw, and that is the first time that she has scored a point in this half. She's really, really struggled. Shooting 2 for 12. Now 3 for 3 from the line, count it 4 for 4. 8 for her. She leads the scorers for Regis. Krumian has 9 herself. Final minute of the 3rd quarter as she gets past half court. Emmanuel up 49-28. Whitehead open from 3, decides to drive right block, now fade away and nail it as it rolls in softly. 51-28. 38 seconds, tossed out of bounds by Marinelli. The crowd is loud here at Andy Yosinoff Court as another turnover forced. Regis all over the place, and the Saints a stalwart defensively. A formidable foe for any offense. And it looks like we're going to get a 5-second violation. And it is. Madison Hill just couldn't find her target. So Emmanuel up by 23. 5-second difference between shot and game clock. Late in the 3rd quarter. Emmanuel up 23. Zancan with it. She just scored 2 on the free throws. She's open from mid-range, picks up her dribble. Doherty gets it now off the screen. She's got a little bit of an opening. Bounce pass, not a lot of space for Reynolds to go to work. She'll float it up, miss off the glass, falling all the way back, contorting her body. Incredible work. Could be a gymnastic sport with that. Incredible flexibility from Zancan there, but a jump ball called, a turnover, and the Saints get the ball. Down the court, Metella spins, misses the layup, and Reynolds is going to lose this one And a chance at a takeaway. Hill is open. 3 on the way. Good! Madison Hill as the clock expires. Emmanuel leads 54-28, running away with it through 3. We'll be back after the Emmanuel dance team performs in between quarters here. Emmanuel is inching closer to a quarterfinal berth and a trip to West Hartford tomorrow to play St. Joseph. Will a comeback be in store? Let's find out. Evan Sherrod will be right back. Emmanuel basketball.
Not the same, I get my Martian. It's young through the F, baby, no contortion. I have 4 seasons, I don't have to force it. They just do it, I change it like Will of Fortune.
Welcome back. The final quarter of regulation here in this GNAC play-on. And in this play-on, the play-in, the winner will play on to take on St. Joseph's, Connecticut tomorrow. On the inbound, Doherty trying to work her team back. Striggles still held scoreless. Down low, Zancan misses the tough finish against Sloyan. She continues to struggle, 2 for 13. Krumian drives left side very quickly. Keeps her head up, brings it back out. Whitehead takes a spot up 3. Too strong, rebound by Saunders. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good. And excuse me, Eliana Jackson grabs that one in. Her first 2 of the day. Emmanuel leading now by 28. Bounced right into Whitehead's hands. Another steal. Here they come, 2-on-2. Whitehead drives right side, goes up for the layup, gets it to go, and the foul. Emmanuel reaches 60. Or 58, rather. Again, math off there. They are up by 30 now. Reese Bartlett coming in for Leia Krumian. Jordan Whitehead shooting free throws. Whitehead a 69% free throw shooter, and this one goes. 59-28, 31-point lead. Regis with it. Still hasn't scored in this quarter. Striggles still hasn't scored in this game. Zancan still under double digits, averaging 20 a game. Striggles misses the post hook, and the rebound will go with Bartlett. More rebounds for Emmanuel. Every single minute of this game, Zancan has played. Jackson misses. Rebound by Zancan. 22% shooting, 9 for 41, Regis are. That layup clanked. Jackson in transition. 10-point rebound margin. Sloyan wide open. Spinning, fading, hitting. 61-28. Hattie Sloyan's first 2. 25 turnovers for Regis. Marinelli, guarded by Whitehead. 8 minutes left in regulation. Striggles struggles with it. Passes inside. Going to work. Zancan lays it up. Missed again. Sloyan brings it up the court. Now 2 for 14. Whitehead for 3. Too strong. Rebound by Bartash. Whitehead, listening to her coach, told to bring it out, and she does. Bartlett in the slew of motion. Whitehead drives. Jump ball, possession with the Saints. Jackson to inbound. Goes down low, Hill fakes and scores. 65-28. Madison Hill's got 6. With the ball in her hands, Marinelli. Right elbow. Ayala passes back out, Doherty. She's only got 5, drives left, puts it up, fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And it hasn't just been Zancan who struggled. Zancan 2 for 14. Courtney Doherty 1 for 11. The shooting has been putrid from Pride, but no shortage of attempts. This first free throw is good as it hits the back of the net and goes down. Regis on the precipice of 30. 6 points now for Doherty. An 80% free throw shooter, averages 15 a game. Second shot, no good. Offensive rebound, jump ball possession with Regis. So they actually win a chance at more points with that rebound there, and a jump ball captured by Zancan. Doherty gets open, gets the bounce in the corner, fakes the 3, got Hill to jump, didn't matter though. Now she steps back, works it down low. Working inside, Zancan still can't uncork the basket. Sloyan down low, fakes the shot, puts it up, missed it. Rebound goes to Ayala. Back out now, here comes Striggles. Zancan filling the lane, she doesn't see her. She was open under the hoop. A 3 on the way for Doherty, too strong there. Nobody there to rebound it for Regis. And there's Sloyan uncontested. Up the court to Bartlett. 6:30 to play. Jackson is fouled on the floor. Referees will talk it over, and it will be a turnover instead. And so Regis will get possession as Striggles inbounds to Marinelli. They got to start looking for perimeter shots. Maybe start getting looks for Doherty outside, and then you don't get Zancan down low early. Doherty fills the post. Ayala outside. Marinelli has hit 2 threes in this game. Had 7 first half points. Zancan on the wing. Drives inside. Gets to the middle. Puts it up with the left hand. Still can't hit. Rebound by Bartlett. Here she comes down the middle of the court. Whitehead to her left. Jackson cuts to the center. Whitehead. Wing pass. Sloyan. Free throw line. Right side. Drives to the right. Block falls down. And she travels on the way there. Regis takes control of the ball. 47 rebounds to 34 in favor of Emmanuel. They have 22 second chance points to 5. Perry drives and kicks to Doherty. Driving inside, layup no good. Rebound by Zancan, puts it up. Tried to get back to the ball. Excellent effort by Zancan to even get that ball. In a sea of white, the one jersey there came up with it. Zancan. Doherty. Zancan. Doesn't see her cutter in time, takes it herself. Still can't cork the shot. But now she gets a chance at the free throw line to reach double digits.
Second personal, second team foul. At the line for Pride, Manny Zancan, shooting team.
Zancan 11th in the GNAC in scoring before this game. Doherty not for much farther behind her. She was 23 points ahead of Doherty with 379. And she misses this first free throw. 2 for 17 shooting. A day Maddie Zancan will want to forget unless her team can stage an improbable comeback. Down 33 with 5:36 to go. The winner advances to play St. Joseph's. Here's a steal. Inside jump shot, bounces back rim and goes down. There's a bucket for Courtney Doherty. She's got 8 now. And they continue their momentum. Wing pass, high arc and a caught ball. bringing it down, and Bartlett's got it. Fakes her three, goes high, great pass. Jackson finishes, great look from Bartlett. And Jackson filling the lane, 4 for her. Outlet down low, Polini. Back pass to Doherty, fires the three, got it. 30-point game. Hill to Bartlett. Nearly lost it, maintained possession, double teamed in the corner. Fighting for a jump ball, Bartlett spinning away from it. Foul called against who though? Perry or Zancan? And the foul, the third of the quarter for Regis, the third of the match for Perry. She's put in 2 points. Perry on the ball, guarding Hill. All the way up, Hill botched the layup. That hasn't really mattered today despite the lead. Polini got an open look and drains the reverse, a tougher look than she should have gotten. And now the lead down to 28, 4:24 to play. Foul called this time. Looks like it's gonna go against Courtney Doherty. We'll see though. That'll be her second foul. It is against Doherty. She's got 11 now. The only Regis Pride member in double figures. Maddie Zancan has played every minute of the game. Hasn't played 40 minutes in a game this season. Off the hands of Hill, they force another turnover. 2-on-1, Polini running with it. Lays it up, she's fouled by Whitehead. And here come the Pride. A strong run as it will be Polini to shoot 2 from the line. A 57% free throw shooter and a quality ball controller when she's in. She is tied for second in the GNAC with her assist to turnover ratio at 1.8. Just 12 turnovers on the season. Polini misses both free throws. Got to have those in a close game. Or sorry, when you're down by so much, as that ball is going to be going with Regis, and they get another turnover. And so Emmanuel, who took such good control of the ball in the second half, starting to crumble late here, as the turnovers are now a 7.7 margin. Inside Zancan, there it is, Maddie Zancan able to get a bucket. The lead was 35 not a few minutes ago, and now, as Emmanuel struggles to maintain possession, the lead is just 26. Unlikely that they could stage this comeback, but it's not out of the question. Crazier things have happened. Hill with the ball near half court. At the top of the key, kicks right side wing. Whitehead drives through 3 defenders, floats it up and misses. Zancan gets it back for Regis. Here come the Pride. Polini cut in the lane. Perry pulls back. Decided against the 3. Polini hands it off. Perry, mid-range, no. Drives right side. Layup no good. Out of bounds, Regis ball. 3:24 to go in regulation. Zancan and Doherty have combined for 22 today. Jordan Striggles still scoreless today, hasn't played much in the fourth quarter. The dance team comes back out. We'll be right back. I'm Evan Sherrard. Emmanuel leads 65-39 late in the fourth quarter. And we're back. Hopefully you enjoyed that performance, as the home season might be winding down here. It's not impossible that the Saints would play another home game, but they would have to win this match and then win on the road tomorrow and come back here to play a home game in the semifinal or the final
Semifinal more unlikely. They would need one of the lower seeds to win, being Elms as the only lower seed still alive after tonight. The Saints being the 7th seed. So Elms and the Saints in the championship are the only way that these two teams could play again, and the only way that there'd be another home game. Hill gets by. And they're going to call a reach in. This is going to go against Polini. So Emma Polini will pick up her 3rd foul. As it'll be Jordan Whitehead to inbound. Madison Hill to take it, who's played quality minutes in this game. Another key in this match is the amount of time that Coach Yasenov's been able to put his best players on the bench, able to rest them up for tomorrow should they pull off this win. Pass across, dangerous, but Sloyan gets it from Hill. Hill, high, Whitehead catch and shoot. No good as it rattles out on the right side of the rim, and here comes Perry and crew. 26-point game, 2:43 left. Zancan down low. Doherty missed the layup, and she is going to get the call. So she will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, chance to get Regis to 40, which seemed unlikely moments ago when Regis trailed by 35. Doherty's played 35 minutes. Maddie Zancan has played every minute of this game, 37 and counting. As Doherty's legs might be leaving her. She misses that free throw. An 80% shooter from the line overall. She has struggled today. She's 4 of 6. Second one is good. Now she is 5 of 7. Bartlett inbounds. Struggles to get by, but does. Still no backcourt violations here. Great play. Jackson, a floater. Got it in the foul. Eliana Jackson, 6 points for her. And a new career high on that shot. She scored 4 points earlier this season versus Mitchell on January 25th, and now in the time that she's been provided because of the lead Emmanuel's gotten out to, she now has a career high of 6. And it looks like the layup goes. Everyone fell asleep except for Hattie Sloyan. 29-point game as Regis makes a huge mental mistake. Not that if they can't cut into this lead anymore and make a miraculous comeback, it won't have mattered. Zancan gets another offensive rebound and draws the foul after another miss. Zancan with 11. She goes to the line for a chance at 13. 3 for 18 shooting for her. Doherty shooting 3 for 16. As a team, they are shooting 13 for 55, 24% overall. The Saints have attempted 15 more shots, and they've made 15 more shots. Both teams have hit 11 free throws till now, 12, and it'll stay at 12 for Regis. Zancan and Doherty both have 12. Whitehead up the court, final 2 minutes. Sloyan inside, layup no good. Rebound by Doherty. She checks up court. Looks both ways, has nobody too far in front of her that she likes. Goes to the left side, easy lay as it bounces in. Nice play for Doherty to get down to the cup. She's got her numbers worth, 14. Pass over to Whitehead, in transition, Sloyan. Extra pass, Jackson. There it is, 8 points for her. Can she reach double digits? That's what we're gonna be looking for in the final minute here. Best your career high of 4 and get to double digits. Jackson has a chance. Layup and a foul as Perry will go to the line. Jillian Perry shooting over 50% from the free throw line. Not much more than that, though. 56% overall.
Saints foul number 24, Hattie Sloyan, second person in the team.
And now Courtney Doherty coming out. Doherty, a grad student in what is her final game. She receives claps from the crowd. Doherty, who put her heart out for this team and played 36 minutes in this game, nearly played 3,000 career minutes for this team. A player who will certainly be remembered by her teammates, her coaches, and this school. Some other checkouts as the bench fully comes in. Zancan heads to the bench for the first time. She'll finish with 38 minutes played. An incredible career for Courtney Doherty ends tonight after 4 for 17 shooting, doing all that she could and all that her team could in an uphill battle. Whitehead floats it well over anybody. Hill's got this out at the three-point line. 1 minute left. This one is all but academic as Hill gets inside and draws a foul. But back to Courtney Doherty. In a game versus WPI this year on November 13th, in just the second game of the season, Doherty scored 28 points, which was her season high. But more than that, that was over half of her team's points in that game. So that just shows to you how valuable Courtney Doherty was to this team, not only this season, but throughout her career. As Hill misses that first free throw. And Doherty is over 100 free throws today, as she had 5 of them made. Needed 2 today to get to that 100 mark, joining her teammate Zancan, and one of only 8 players in the GNAC to do that. We're in the final minute of what could be the final game here at Emmanuel College during the 2024-2025 season. We want to thank you for joining us all season long. For Jake Kelly, Brigham Loveland, Evan Sherrard, all the crew, Dave Rixam, Andy Yosinoff, Desiree Robinson, the entire team that has made it possible to come to you. As Reese Bartlett with a little emphasis as she skies a hook in from the right side, and will go to the line to shoot one more and increase this lead to 30. But Emmanuel will improve to 14 and 12 and go on the road to West Hartford, Connecticut to play St. Joseph, the 2 seed tomorrow. Striggles back in the game, she controls. Final possession here for Regis. Striggles for 3. Offside left. Marinelli. Back out. Pelini into the corner. And it's going to be a blocking foul. That one against Hattie Sloan. Or instead, actually, this is going to be called against Reynolds. So the inbound and the clock expires. The Saints have toppled the Pride as Emmanuel will take on St. Joseph's of Connecticut tomorrow night in West Hartford, Connecticut. As Emmanuel attempts to make it to the semifinal for the 2nd season in a row. Annie Yosinoff and crew will take the bus ride tomorrow as they look ahead to take on this St. Joseph's team. Today, they will briefly celebrate a 30-point win and look ahead. It was a stupendous game for Caitlin Bartash, who has to be the player of the game. 13 rebounds, 8 blocks, 11 points after scoring none in the last game versus Anna Maria. Her impact loomed large, and Regis, the key in this game, 7 baskets made in over 40 attempts from Zancan and Doherty. A tough way to go out, an end to a career for Courtney Doherty, and heartbreak for them as the 10 seed falls to the 7 seed. Emmanuel's season lives on. And for all of the crew that's made Emmanuel games possible this season, I want to thank you all for listening from home, wherever you are. I'm Evan Sherrard saying so long, and if I see you again, it will be for the GNAC Championship. Fingers crossed. We'll see how things go. But if this is it, so long, farewell. And I'll see you again very soon. Evan Sherrard for Emmanuel College Basketball, signing off.